saying, "Oh, happy Christmas, Rosie," this woman, and carried on working. And yeah, I realised then that I did have a lot that I could do here in UK because I'm so qualified. It sounds a bit big-headed, but because I'm so qualified and experienced, people were scared of me. Here, I can use it, and I am. And I got the bug, as they say. You love Gambia or you don't. And I just felt this is where I want to be. So I went back, packed up, and shipped out.
Where did the name Land Rover One come in now?
It's actually my registration number from my Land Rover. When I got the model that I was after, I'd been working on getting the registration number, and I was hoping, sitting tight, that nobody'd get it before me. Then when I got the car, I got the registration number, and because I work with the police, as you know, the police started calling me Land Rover One, and it's just grown from there. You know, everyone up and down the country knows Land Rover One, including His Excellency.
You're a club diving instructor, and that brings me to your rescue operation of 5 trucks in the waters of the Gambia. What happened?
Well, 5 were in Banjul. It's where the apprentice or the vehicle, the apprentice is trying to help by moving the vehicle when they're on there loading up from the big ships and so on. And they can't handle the truck, or the truck isn't roadworthy. Brakes fail when they're manoeuvring, and they just roll over the edge. So far, and it's always the first question I ask, where's the driver? Did he get out? And so far they have. Because if the driver hasn't got out, then obviously it's a different operation. So I've got to recover the body as well as, which isn't nice. And when I turn up, I've got literally the edge of the wall where the thing went over with the marks, and I've got to work out where it is. Organise myself, organise the people that are there to do the recovery, and then I go in 60 feet in muddy water, fairly fast moving with the current, and I've got to go down totally dark. The torch is no good because with the mud you just get a glow from the torch, however bright. It's a hindrance. So I'll go down, I stabilise myself from the calculations I've made, and so far I've found the vehicle no trouble. They've always been on their wheels but stuck in the mud. And I've got to feel around, say in the dark, find somewhere that I can secure the wire ropes to, and do that, and then supervise the recovery. The last one I did, which was number 6, was in Farafeni, May year before last. That was quite a tricky one, because the ferry parked on the Soma side. One truck went off at the front, and the front came up because of the transfer of weight. And there was a man standing at the back leaning on his truck, and as the front went up, his rolled off the back, full of cement. Of course, that caused a big obstruction for any ferries coming in there, because they had to go round it, because it was actually right in close. So I got that one out, and that was actually about 5 hours underwater in the dark. Bit dodgy. So I had to actually at one point get underneath it once it was lifted a bit to put the ropes around it, and it could have just dropped down and squashed me. But we got there. So far I've recovered every truck that I've gone for.
Inclusive, of course, the drivers?
Yeah, the drivers have always got out so far.
Do they get out when they hit water, or you rescue them?
No, they jump out as it goes before it gets wet.
I understand in 2006 on Christmas Day, you also have to do some underwater work on the ferry, the Kanilai. There was something wrong with the propellers or something entangled.
Something tangled around the propeller, and they called me. So Christmas Day afternoon, I was underwater underneath the Kanilai untangling the ropes. And sadly, this Christmas Day, just past, I was with the police recovering a vehicle that had burnt out after an accident, over-speeding again, on the Banjul Highway. Fatal accident, sadly. So yeah, Christmas Day, same as any other.
Land Rover One, are you paid for these things that you do? I mean, you just can't go on salvaging people's worries, people's traumatic events and stuff like that. I mean, I would have paid to dive in and just do something. I mean, absolutely, yes.
The diving side, they make a contribution, and people can tell me all the time that it's nowhere near as much as it should be. It's just a very small amount. doing all the police work, I don't get anything. I don't charge at all. And well, as you've got on record there, I've done over 300 recorded over the last 6 years now. They call me 24 hours. I go out, take pictures, clear the scene, sometimes take bodies to the morgue, whatever's needed, with my souped-up Land Rover 1.
Have you got a team? Do you work with a team or
No,
you work alone?
Just work alone. Me and my car.
You and your car. A Land Rover for that matter.
Yeah.
Now, I understand that you're also a merchant Navy firefighter.
Well, firefighting is part of it. I was qualified ship's engineer because I was working on the cross-channel ferries from UK to France, Dover, Calais, Felix, all the southern ports, for 5 years or so working in the engine room. So I'm qualified there. And firefighting is just one of the things that go with it. Then you get lifeboat certificate or certificate of proficiency in survival craft, which is all your marine evacuation systems and recovery beacons and all the rest of it. So yeah, it's quite a good thing. The 4-day firefighting is just part of it, but that's marine fires, which are a bit more severe.
Dave, you must have picked a lot of money during your lifetime with all these kind of things you do.
I wish. Most of the time I do it because I can. No, I don't make a lot of money. I don't
You
make
do
any
it
money.
just selflessly. You
Yeah.
just want to help
Yeah.
humankind
Yeah.
to progress. Now, the President of the Republic of the Gambia, Chef Professor Lai Dr. Yaya AJJ Jammeh, his aircraft, you came close to that.
Yes.
You must have been noticed by the President, of course. He knows you.
Not that I'm aware. Well, so I've been told, but I don't know.
You've met him?
I met him in 2006, and we spoke about a few different projects.
Okay.
And I've been trying since then to get back to him to follow the projects through, and I've tried all sorts, but they won't let me. But on this, with this aircraft, he actually took off, and shortly after that, they hit some birds, and it damaged one of the engines, the centre engine. So they were given the choice, apparently, of do they carry on to the destination, and they wouldn't be able to fly back because of the condition of the aircraft, or do they turn back and cancel the trip and find some other, and they turned back. And the people, because I'm so well known for things I get up to, the crew from the aircraft called me, and I went over there with all my special gadgets and things, and I was up inside the engine. I showed you a photograph with titanium blades on the propellers inside, and they had chips off them, that birds have damaged. Anyway, I got in there and made the things, repaired them as best we could, working on keeping the balance so they didn't get any vibration. Then we went to the end of the runway, revved up, checked everything. Everything was fine. That was it. So we went back, parked up, and so I've got a photograph of Land Rover 1 with, as I call it, Air Force 1.
All right, Dave, most aeroplanes have problems when a bird gets into the propeller, into the engine finally. What does it cause? What do birds do with engines of aircraft?
They damage the blades quite severely in some cases.
Meaning that what kind of material the blades are made?
Titanium.
Plastic or?
Titanium.
Okay.
Very strong. As I say, that photograph I showed you earlier, it had damaged about 5 of the blades. It's not like a normal propeller for an aircraft or anything. It's special jet engines, obviously, with these special blades. But the first ones, there's a series of them, the first ones had chunks out of them. They were bent over, and that had to be made stable so the thing could fly.
So that can ignite the engine of the aeroplane?
Possibly. It'd have to be something severe, but I don't know how big the birds were. But I was surprised, everyone's surprised at the damage these birds did, when they were sucked in and spat out the other end.
You're also in heavy goods vehicle. You got a license for that as well. These are the trailer vehicles, heavy-duty vehicles.
Yeah, commercial vehicles. I'm an advanced driver for commercial vehicles and a driving instructor for them.
Have you been able to do some training in the Gambia on that kind of vehicle?
No, because not being a Gambian, I'm not allowed to drive commercial vehicles, which obviously restricts things. If that wasn't the case, or if they make me Gambian, then I can do stuff like that. No problem.
This is the interview. My guest is Dave Paget,
Paget.
otherwise Paget, otherwise known as Land Rover 1. Dave is a man of many colors.